So, I've challenged myself in Vanguard Zero twice now with double rares and lower, and while they've been challenging, they haven't been that difficult. It was actually kind of a nice little pleasant surprise to me how easy it was to win with double rares and lower. But today we're doing rares and lower, and it's not going to be fun. Let's get started. Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, TrueChampionSteven, and we are back here on YouTube. I know you guys didn't feel like I was gone, but man, I was gone for an entire weekend. Not recording, not streaming, not doing nothing. And boy, oh boy, was it great. But I'm back now, making the regular content for you guys. I will have been streaming yesterday and hopefully today as well over on Twitch, and maybe even tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, because this week is going to be super hype. If you guys didn't know, we have a bunch of stuff coming up for the month of May. We have the streamer tournament with Cardfight Vision happening this Saturday, May 23rd. We have the charity stream for Direct Relief happening the very week after, May 30th. And of course, all this amazing stuff is going to be culminated by the fact that we are approaching 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And when that happens, you guys, I plan on releasing 2 videos that I think are going to be so good for the community. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications, because here at the TrueChampionSteven channel, so many things are happening, and you're going to want to be a part of the ride. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what today's video is going to be about. As I'm sure some of you may know, I've been doing a regular series here on my channel where I try to challenge myself in Cardfight Vanguard Zero, specifically by limiting myself into what cards I'm allowed to use when making my decks. In today's video, I'm only allowed to make decks with rares and lower. Special stipulation, 2 perfect guards. And it's gonna be intense. We're gonna see if we can't get any wins, and I already have the deck list made for you guys, and trust me, it is a doozy. So guys, also, one more quick little new announcement. You guys crushed the like goal on the last video, so we are of course doing a live version of this challenge once I do the comments only video next week. That Friday, I plan on doing the entirety of the series, double rares and lower, and commons only, during an awesome live stream where I'll play against you guys live and in person over on my Twitch channel. So be ready. It's planned at this point for next Friday, which is May 29th, the day before our charity stream, fun fact, and it's going to be super hype. I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for everyone that liked the last video. It was so crazy watching the like just go, in the first 3 hours or something, you guys crushed that like goal. So I was honestly impressed. So huge shout out to each and every one of you. With all this news and stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the actual rules for this challenge. All right, guys, the rules for this challenge are simple. I'm allowed to pick any clan that I want to build my deck out of. However, I must adhere to the specific rarity restriction that I place on myself in that specific video. For this video, it's going to be rares and lower. I am only allowed to put cards that have the rarity of rare and lower in my deck. Special stipulation, 2 perfect guards, because I said this before and I'll say it again. It is kind of impossible right now to have any kind of viable ranked deck without perfect guards. And given how easy it is for perfect guards to be obtained, I don't think I should restrict myself simply because they are double rares. Once I have picked said clan and built said deck, I will then take that deck onto the ranked ladder and play 3 matches with it. If any of those matches results in a victory, then this challenge will be considered a success. As of right now, I am currently 2-0 in completion of challenges, as well as, I believe, 5-1 in actual ranked matches. I've only lost, I think, 1 match on ranked, and that was with my Royal Paladin deck against the Grand Blue deck that I'm pretty sure Miracle healed. Not on 6 damage, but in the game it healed at a very crucial point that definitely won them the game. So, I have really high hopes for this challenge, and then I remember, oh yeah, it's rares only. Alright guys, those are the rules. If you have any extra questions for me, or better yet, want to recommend any more challenges that I can do for Cardfight Vanguard Zero, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Or better yet, hop into my Twitch channel. I go live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, pending a change very soon. And I do all kinds of Pokemon and Cardfight Vanguard Zero content over there. I have special challenges that you guys can actually incentivize me to do every single time I go live playing Cardfight Vanguard Zero. And some of them range from not that badly to really impossible to do. So I definitely recommend you guys come hang out and drop a follow. Links are in the description below. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and see what deck I decide to build for this challenge. All right, guys, here we are on the deck builder, and I know I try to fake you guys out and make you think that I'm gonna use an Overgraptor, but really I use a different deck. Well, this time, guys, I have to be serious. Gold Rutile plus Lionheat and Friends is by far the best budget deck of rares and lower that I could possibly come up with the build. So of course we are gonna play. I'm just kidding. We're playing Dimension Police, baby. Enigman Rain. Oh, did I get you? Please, guys, in the comments below, if I had you, even for a second, please comment down below, whoopsies, and I will know that I had you. It would make me so happy to see if I got you. But we're actually gonna be playing this Enigman Rain Miracle Beauty deck that I built. Hashtag shout out to Yuri versus Misaki. That was an epic card fight to watch in the anime, one of my favorites actually, and building this deck was super fun, and I'm honestly really looking forward to it. But guys, all jokes aside, here is the deck. Now I'm sure you're asking yourselves, Steven, where's the Enigman Ride Chain? Well, I'll tell you, random citizen, it's not in here because the Enigman Ride Chain is very specific in that Enigman Ripple only searches for Enigman Storm, and cards like Enigman Conrad only work with Enigman Wave and Enigman Storm. And given that I'm not playing Enigman Storm, it would be very inconsistent for me to have actual powerful cards like Enigman Comrade or even Enigman Storm. Trust me, if this was like only double rares and I was forced to use Deep Police, I would put Enigman Storm in here, but I can't. That's the rules of the match. Now, another thing I should note is that I do have 3 PGs in here according to the rules. That is legal. I only have 3 in here because I only own 3, so it kind of is still suboptimal, even though it's rares and lower. It'll be like a little extra challenge added to this already difficult task that I'm giving myself. But other than that, let's go ahead and give a brief little overview of the deck. I went ahead and I crammed as many power boosting cards as I could. So we have the 4 Cosmo Royal, the 4 Grander, who add 2,000 power to the Vanguard. Luckily for us, Enigman Rain doesn't actually require that much power in order to get her skills off. She only requires 12k, which either 1 Grander swing or better yet 1 Cosmo Roar rest achieves, which is super nice. That comboed with Miracle Beauty can lead to some really awesome aggression in the late game to push your opponent to 4 to 5. And once your opponent is at 4 to 5, it then allows the stand triggers plus Miracle Beauty to get a little lucky and maybe push for that awesome 21k attack that you need to end the game at the very end of the turn. Because if you guys don't know, Miracle Beauty has a really awesome effect. Vanguard Rearguard, when this unit stands during your battle phase, stand your other rearguard in the same column as it. So basically, if I get a free stand off of hitting with Enigman Rain, I can basically get another full powered attack out of nowhere. We also have a fun little grade 2 play here in Platinum Ace, which is basically a grade 2 Dayusha, wherever its power is 13,000 or greater. When it attacks, you get critical +1. Having all these power boosting cards, including Worker Pod Saturday, who got the biggest buff in the history of buffs, allows you to actually be really aggressive on your turn 2 and push your opponent to that 4 to 5 damage range a lot faster than you might think. There are even games, you guys, where like in testing, I just like stayed on Platinum Ace for like an extra turn and didn't ride up to grade 3, and it honestly was fine. It was kind of like I was playing Perfect Razor for a second, which I was like, that's really cool. One more thing to note here is that I am playing the one of Enigman Wave because literally there are no other legal Dimension Police grade 2s that I can play, and I didn't want to put a Cray Elemental here, so it's Enigman Wave. That's the honest truth. If I ride it and I get access to, you know, double Cosmo Roar or double Grander plus Worker Pod Saturday, I guess I could draw a free card, but is that worth it though? I don't think so. I'd rather just have 4 Twin Order for the consistencies. And then finally, we have the 4 Cosmo Great to have some extra power, you know, buffs. And of course, we have the 4 Karen Road Daisy just for good consistency, as well as just a powerful grade 1. But guys, that'll go ahead and do it for the quick little deck preview. The deck is really simple. It's not exactly the, you know, most bells and whistles I could have given for the justice of Dimension Police, but you know what? I think it'll work out. I'm going to be channeling my Yuri energy over on Ranked, and frankly, this girl is definitely going to get me at least 1 win. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take this game into our 3 ranked matches. Alright guys, here we are with the first game against Dimension Police. Okay, Mr. Ben, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Being able to restand here with our automatic hits might actually be really awesome for this matchup, which is kind of cool. Hold on, I gotta get this really quick. Okay. Ooh, we get one of our 3 PGs in our hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and return literally everything else because having anything besides Enigman Rain kind of does suck. Like, we have no other good Vanguards. Oh, we're fighting against a VP Farmer, it looks like. So, oh, but there's Enigman Rain. We do have to ride our PG here, which I'm not the hugest fan of, but hopefully it's okay. I'm going to call Worker Pod Saturday here and just pass. All right. Are you a farmer? Please say yes. I will say having access to the Platinum Ace is really nice. I guess we are playing against the farmer, but they're fighting back, so I'm counting this as a fight, so here we go. Sorry, comments, but I mean, he's fighting me and he has a crit right there, so that's kind of scary. So far he is beating us. And he's just playing a vanilla deck, it looks like. But hey, I mean, a win's a win, right? All right, so it is now my turn. Okay, so there's a Karen Royd, so no Platinum Ace shenanigans, which is fine. I can just do some fun stuff. I will call this Karen Royd because unless he's not running an 11k Vanguard, so I can actually get some really good damage off against him using my 20k potentially Vanguard column using Worker Pod Saturday. So honestly, this could be pretty sick. Being able to rest Worker Pod Saturday and then restand it using Miracle Beater's effect once she restands is honestly kind of cool, because it's like you get like extra value out of Worker Pod that you didn't actually get normally. So like this deck, while it is, you know, not a finished or full maxed out deck, it is definitely, in my opinion, the deck that sacrifices the least when you sacrifice double rares. And that was the thing that I was really looking for when I was choosing my deck, was I want to pick a deck that doesn't really make any compromises when it comes to its overall strategy. And the strategy of the deck doesn't really require cards like Dayusha and stuff. It just doesn't. So when you're able to just kind of have access to literally every kind of powerful card you want in order to achieve your skills, it's honestly super impressive. And yes, guys, this will be a victory, and because my opponent did swing at me, I will count it as a victory for the challenge, but this could have easily been somebody else. So I will go ahead and say, for this one to be truly a success, I will have to then win the next game. So it's looking like my opponent, after riding that one time and attacking, isn't going to attack anymore, so that's really weird. So it doesn't really matter, but hey, a win's a win, right? So we're going to go ahead and count this game, but in order to be a true success, for me to be happy about it, I will need to win one more, at least. So I'm going to make that just an extra stipulation that I put on myself, but for you guys can hear me talk about all these fun things about the deck. It's basically just some extra commentary. If I feel really frisky, and I feel like the deck, if I feel like the video is too short, I will just add another game, and we'll just throw this one in there as extra commentary, because I feel kind of like I'm cheating you guys by counting this as a win. So, you know, we'll see what happens and see how long the video is. I mean, he is playing PGs, so like, you know, like this win's not free, right? I'm sure if he thought that I was a VP farmer, he would have actually played, but I think maybe he thought I was a VP farmer, and so he was playing. Because Worker Pod Saturday is the Dimension Police VP farmer card, so I can see where he's coming from. But hey, that's a victory, man. That's more. It's more rank points, right? All right, let's go to the next game. All right, guys, here we are, the second game. Let's hope we're fighting against an actual person this time. Just trying to get to Legend 20. Angel Blade. Well, let's see if you're already there, or if you're in my way. Let's see if I can stop your grind. All right, so we got a lot of similar hand to last time. Platinum Ace and a wave, which is a one of this wave, which is very interesting. And then another Platinum Ace, and sorry, no, Diamond Ace. Platinum Ace is the grade 2 boot, but we did get our Platinum Ace though as well. So we're going second. Hopefully we can get a different grade 1. We're fighting against Blouse, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. I like Blouse. I think Blouse are fun. I think Blouse probably is a harder matchup than maybe Perfect Razor, because our PGs get less valuable for us game by game. The more they attack us, but I don't think it puts on as much early pressure, which is maybe what I'm more afraid of, and no other grade 1, so I am forced to ride Platinum Ace again. Sorry, Diamond Ace. I keep calling him Platinum Ace, which really sucks. I don't like riding these, especially when I only have 3 of them in my deck, but you know what? It's fine. By the way, in the last game, you guys saw me call Worker Pod Saturday the rear guard here. I always recommend calling this card the rear guard on this way, unless you have to boost turn 1 like I'm doing right now, because I like putting Magical Police Quilt and or Karen Royd Daisy behind my Vanguard for either extra consistent numbers or just consistency of drawing, because over time you draw a lot of useless cards that you don't really need, like grade 3s and stuff, so being able to filter is really nice, especially when you only play 3 PGs. I think the ideal version of this list would have played 1 Quilt and then 4 PG, but I have 2 and then 3, so it's basically like searches for the other one most of the time. I will oftentimes sacrifice the second Quilt so I can get the other PG. So here we go. So far, we're just kind of trading some little blows here and there. I did get the Cosmo Roar, so I can actually hit my opponent for a critical this turn, which I'm definitely going to do, on top of also calling 2 more rear guards. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, Steven, you're only going to be able to deal 2 damage anyway. Is it actually worth it this way? It might not be. It might just be worth it just to boost an attack, but this plays where I'm getting a defensive trigger if I do the crit, and then I can't do anything more anyway, so I think it's worth it to do this, because, yeah, plus it plays around him getting a heal trigger, which is pretty cool. It allows me to heal too, and potentially get some good swings. Plus, I really just want to do Diamond Ace. Sorry, Platinum Base. And then again, I can just do this next turn. You know, that's the cool thing. Is like I can just do this again next turn. Like I don't have a good grade 3 to ride, so I don't have to ride up again. I can just swing with another crit when he's at 3 damage, force out any potential PGs he has, or just push him to 5 damage with my Vanguard swing alone. I'll call a rear guard and a rear guard, swing his rear guards, and then just party. In fairness, I probably didn't even need to call these grade 2s. I probably shouldn't have, because now I won't have... I didn't really think about that. Now I won't... If he attacks rear guard, Vanguard, I won't actually be able to get rid of his intercepts unless he kills... Or unless he calls something that I can just call with grade 2s or like whatever I top deck, right? So maybe I misplayed, maybe I didn't. It all depends on like what he tries to expunge this turn. There's the Toolkit Boy, which now giving him 3 damage, obviously means he can do a lot of restands this turn, potentially 3. And then there's that and that. He did call double intercept, so I probably will be forced to ride Cosmo Great here just so I could deal some kind of damage to him. But the potential was there for me to like conserve my hand and then call down my intercepts next turn. But that would open the door to me taking a lot of aggression this turn. Like, all these attacks would have hit my Vanguard, but then I could have had defensive triggers to stop Blackluger from hitting. Like, there's a lot of weird factors here. That's 2 PGs gone, by the way, that we know are just gone. So that's pretty cool. And he's definitely going to restand here. I don't think he has a reason not to, unless he really loves his hand. But we know he can't draw another PG, so we can only have maximum 2. Which is super cool. There's 2 more grade 2s going away, which honestly might not have been the best move for him in this exact game state. I will also say that if I get any stand triggers this turn, which is looking more and more unlikely, I'm checking a lot of them, it looks like. Yeah. There's 2 gone already. Yeah. That sucks. I would have loved a stand trigger this turn, because the stand triggers are really useful when you can't ride Enigman Rain. Ooh, but there's a Twin Order, which is really nice. Okay, so I can ride Cosmo Great, whose effect does activate, by the way, which is really cool to think about. So you can always add power and stuff to make your Vanguard and stuff stronger. Which I might actually do. Ooh, double Twin Order is really nice. Let's go ahead and ride my Cosmo Great here. I will choose to not activate a skill. Doesn't actually matter. Do not invoke. I will call this Twin Order here. I will call this Twin Order here. I will swing rear, and then I'll swing Van at rear. And then if I get the stand trigger, I can actually deal 2 damage to him this way. It's a really cool thing that I can do, because my Vanguard only hits 15, but I can just swing at this, and it's not really the biggest deal in the world. Let's see if we get the stand trigger or the heal trigger. Oh, I would have liked either of those, but it's fine. Pushing him to 3 and being on even footing is pretty nice. He needs to expunge a lot of cards from hand if he wants to get an attack this turn with Blaukluger. He might expunge too much, where we won't even be able to actually, you know, restand potentially. So that's really cool. Plus, we know he can only have access to 2 PGs maximum. That's a really important number, because it just allows me to, once he's at 5 damage, I only need, like, potentially 3 full attacks in order to force that last damage down his throat, which is really cool. I will say if he heals this turn, though, we're in a bad spot. That's for sure. We're in a real bad spot if he heals this turn. So let's see what let's see what he does. Ideally, he doesn't get a trigger, and we do get a trigger. He's gonna counterblast 2 for Kiribati. Interesting. I would have done that too, but he's really banking on, wow, and he got the heal trigger just like I said he would. Oh, sorry. I felt it coming. Can I get a heal trigger back, please? That'd be super great. That would just be honestly super nice. Oh, that's so frustrating. Oh my god, that's so dumb. You already have a better deck than me. Why are you doing this? Also, keep in mind, he's seen a lot of grade 2s. Like, is that like 8 grade 2s gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Soul, 6, 7, 8 gone. Crazy. Okay, nothing there. If I don't get any heal triggers this turn, game's over. Game's just straight up done. Like Dunzo beans. Like I don't even know what I need right now in order to try and win 2 heal triggers in a row, and we're in such a bad position. It's crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and right skip. Let's go ahead and call this and call this. I feel like the best case scenario now this time is to go rear guard, and then swing with Vanguard, and then if I get a stand trigger by some happenstance, I'll get a 21k attack at his Vanguard again. That's the most damage I can deal this turn. Other than that, though, that's about it for your boy here. There's a draw trigger, at least, if I get my second PG. Oh, I drew the heal trigger. That's a feels bad, man. Okay, this game, guys, I hate to say it, but this game feels dunzo beans. This game is so dunzo beans. All right, let's see what he's got, though. I mean, like, you never know. I could 6 damage heal, and then my turn comes back. So, like, you never know. Like, don't give up till it's over. But both those, like, if he saw 1 less heal and I saw 1 more heal, the game would have been completely different, and I would have been right back in it, and I would have had as many chances as possible to win. Plus, I never rode Enigma Rain, which really sucks, but it's fine. All right, so here we go. Let's pray for no trigger on his part, and then pray for a 6 damage heal. That's the only way we live. Only way. That's no trigger? That's no trigger, okay. Show me a Cosmo Great, baby. That's it. Okay, so that was game 2, guys. Let's go ahead and head over to game 3. It was a feels bad moment, but you know what? It happens. All right, guys, you're up for game 3, and we're up against, hey, D-Police. Yo, D-Police mirror, baby. Let's see. All right, Mom and Dad are fighting, guys, so hopefully they're not fighting too bad. Let's see if Enigma Rain can potentially beat Enigma Storm plus Laurel, probably, so. And again, we're potentially forced to ride Diamond Ace, but at least we get to see Enigma Rain this game. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be forced to ride Diamond Ace again, which is so weird. It's so weird that almost never happens. All right, and yep, we're forced to just ride our Diamond Ace, which in this matchup is really bad. But you know what? I guess we're just having bad luck today. Also, having 4 grade 3s in our hand is also not the best. So, Jesus, man, can I get a little bit of a break at least? Like, I'm already doing rares and lower. Can I get like a little bit of luck? All right, here comes the Enigma Ripple. Oh boy, look how much better that deck is than mine. He gets a way better grade 2. I will mention though that if I do top deck Platinum Ace, this hand becomes way better. So, you know, it's open to interpretation whether or not my hand is truly bad. But being forced to ride the Diamond Ace is always bad. Especially in this matchup where Perfect Guards are definitely what you need to survive. So there's a Grandeur, okay. I'm not gonna love having to ride this card again. Top deck Platinum. Karen Royd, I don't mind that. In fact, I actually need to be as aggressive as possible in this matchup, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. And just swing at the faceplate. My opponent might kill my Worker Pod, which would suck, but I do have Enigma Sunshine, who could trigger my effect if need be on the following turn, and we get to just deal a nice little 2 damage to my opponent. Ooh, my opponent's actually disconnecting. Is my opponent gonna DC? I will definitely count a DC as a victory, because, you know, any victories are victories, right? Especially when you're getting such bad luck with this deck right now. But there's the Enigma Wave, doing everything you want to do. He does have 2 counterblast now, so if he calls the Cosmo Beak, he can get the, basically free aggression by then drawing a card. There's a Grandeur. Does he get another Grandeur? There's a Laurel. That's scary, but beautiful. 7k booster and all. And there's a Die Lady. Okay, so we can go rear guard swing with the Grandeur and then hit with Die Lady and then first draw the card. Plus have double intercept, which is pretty scary. However, Enigma Rain's actually a really good deck for controlling intercepts. Does Enigma Shine have to hit a Vanguard? It's a Vanguard, dang it. I would have loved it if he could hit rear guards. That would have been pretty nice. I will say that my never mind. Math works out that he always hits. Alright, he's gonna get that 3+1. Well, actually, it's kind of a negative to like commit 2 cards to do it. But he gets the heal, so it's definitely a plus now. Jesus, I'm just getting savaged in these games. Like, don't kick a man when he's down, right? Come on. Like, what is this? Give me at least a little bit of a break. All right, I would love to top deck a Grandeur or Cosmo Roar. I'll take a Karen Royd Daisy. I don't mind that, because now I can have 2 really good rearguard columns, which honestly is really nice. The bad news here is that I kind of have to just like not go for Enigma Rain this turn because he has the double intercept, so I'm not able to hit my Vanguard. So that's a bit sucky. But if I get a stand trigger, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as if I hit my Vanguard. Now my rearguard swings for more power, so you know that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and hit this, and there's a stand trigger, so that's pretty dope. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up Miracle Beauty, which then stands up the Karen Royd Daisy, which is super nice, and this column's guaranteed to hit again, so we'll be able to tie the damage count. If I would have gotten heal trigger that turn too, we would have looked pretty nice. I will say though that there's a very strong possibility that my opponent just kills me this turn, in which case we will play a 3rd game, and if I win that, then it will be considered a success. If I don't win, it'll technically be a success, but I won't feel too good about it, because we did technically just get really unlucky. But you know what? I mean, you never know. So let's hope we don't die this turn, first of all, and let's hope that we can continue to play this game and see it to the very end. And a top deck of a PG here and there wouldn't be too bad. But here comes Enigma Storm. Ooh, doesn't look so. I loved his art and like how he's like on a UFO and stuff. I think that's like such a cool thing for an alien to be on top of. Like it just makes so much sense. Is Laurel an alien? He is. That's cool. And there's the Cosmo Beak, so my opponent could just potentially win the game this turn. Especially if they commit a lot more of that gigantic hand that they have to actually restand with their Enigma Storm. So they can just go, legitimately, they can just go swing Enigma Storm, rest everything else, and give all the power to Conrad. They might just swing Conrad first, actually. And he's attacking a rear guard? Oh, he must be afraid of the PG that's in my hand. Oh wow, dude, that's not the wave there, Chief. You could have wiped me out that turn. I think he's still gonna do it though, to where he leaves the Conrad standing and then he swings with it, so just so that way he could still swing. So he's just doing that to get rid of the Miracle Beauty as well. I don't mind that, but he could have guaranteed the win by just the swinging Conrad first and then hitting my Vanguard. And he actually is not gonna swing with Conrad at all, which is interesting to do because it might mean that I don't die at all. And he gets another heal trigger. Are you serious, dude? He's healed twice on me. I mean, he's seen 3 of them. Only 2 went off, but 2. Are you serious? Can I get 2, please? Give me 2 back-to-back heal triggers. There you go. That's 1. That's fine. That's not 0. But come on, dude. Give me a little bit of a break. Give me I'm playing rares and lower. Can I have a little bit of luck here? The power of Yuri is not with me right now, guys. It is not. I will say that if I was playing Gold Root Trial right now, I wouldn't have access to Kirara. So, like, that card not being in that deck does kind of hurt its viability, in my opinion. But I will say that it is definitely a lot better than what I'm rocking with right now. Just because this deck is kind of lacking the powerful cards, but its overall strategy is intact, which is what kind of, like, led me to want to play it. By the way, keep in mind, I need a trigger right now to hit, because I'm only 10k against his 11k, which, given my board state, is not the best. Can I get a heal trigger to hit? I do! Look at that! Okay, so the power, we're still in this, guys, by the skin of our teeth. However, my opponent now knows that my hand is complete empty, so he can just activate his crit, and then swing twice with his Vanguard potentially, or better yet, call a rear guard, swing with that first, and then swing with the crit. And then we need to Miracle Heal again. We need to heal one more time. So we heal twice, they heal twice, so it's a lot more fair now. Definitely not salty anymore, but I'm still scared. All right, he needs one more thing. There's the Grandeur. There it is. Oh, this is important to note. Okay, so this is interesting. Is he playing crits? Is that why he's doing this? He is playing crits. Okay, so he's trying to bank on drawing the crits here that can finish me off by just gaining power. I wonder if he's gonna... He has to activate Laurel this turn, right? But if he doesn't... Oh, wait, he didn't even use Cosmo Roar. Hold on. Now I'm really confused here on how he's gonna win. He can't win this turn now. Unless he checks the crit. He needs to now just check the crit in order to win. But he's not swinging. Okay, now I really don't know what he's doing. Now I just don't know. Also, I've seen 3 PGs go away for this guy. Yeah, he's had 3 PGs go to the bottom of the deck, and we've already seen... Yeah, and so he only has maximum 1 in his hand, and we just got a draw trigger, which is a Miracle Beauty. Oh, dude, if we can get a Grandeur, just give me a Grandeur, baby. Or better, give me a Cosmo or give me a Cosmo or a booster. Like one of those 2 things would be great. Oh my God, we did it. Okay, guys, we don't win this turn, but we can do some fun stuff. Okay, we can do some really fun stuff. We're gonna do this. We're gonna call Cosmo Roar here. Yeah. We're gonna activate Cosmo Roar's skill to give it to my Vanguard. Now, what I might do is not attack his Vanguard. What I want to do is attack his Vanguard. So I always attack this, and now I either swing Miracle Beauty at the rear guard, which is fine, or I can swing at the Vanguard and then hope he doesn't get a defensive. I'm gonna be a bit more consistent here and swing at the rear guard, and then swing at the Vanguard, and then guarantee the hit plus the potential to heal again is here. So that's amazing. Draw trigger. Don't you dare draw the heal. Don't you dare do it. Oh, always I always draw the heal. Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh, dude, I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that was coming. I wish I knew that was coming, because then I would have done it a little differently. But how could I know? I wish that was the first trigger that I got, because then I could have done this differently. Doesn't matter. So we'll just stand that, I guess, and the power will go to Daisy. So I definitely should have swung Vanguard first with Miracle Beauty the first time, because I could have actually gotten another damage through on top of killing him and not lost anything, but and not waste any attacks. But it's fine. We get that 5th damage in, and now the ultimate question is just, can he kill me this turn? Which, drawing this heal trigger increases that likelihood, especially since I don't have a PG. I will say this, guys. I have full confidence that if I just drew the PG there or had the PG in my hand, we would have won the game. Just letting you all know, if I had the PG in my hand right now, no questions asked, I win this game. No questions. So, that's cool. Let's see if he has the way to gain the crit this turn, first of all. And second of all, let's see if he has the balls to try and come at my faceplate this turn with that crit. Because if he just banks on drawing the crit off drive check, like, he's leaving his way of winning up to luck again, which I don't agree with that. But now that he has a 20k Vanguard swing, he's just going to swing. He's not doing... He's just... Okay, now he gets it. That's such a bad play. Don't do that at home, kids. Don't do that. Don't do what this guy's doing. He could just swung with his rear guard and then swung... Dude, he had no PGs in his hand. I would have won this game. Holy crap, dude. Oh, man. Oh, I hate it when... Oh, please give me the 6 damage heal. Please give me the 6 damage heal just so I could show this man why you don't play this way. Because if you live by triggers, you're gonna die by triggers. You know what Oh my god, what? Please give me a defensive. Please give me a defensive. Oh my god, if I would have gotten a defensive right there, that would have been nuts. That would have been so nuts if I would have gotten the defensive right there. Oh my god, how do you make that play? How do you make that play? Why? Why? Like, sure, I could have a PG in my hand, but you'd rather leave that and then just attack the Karen Roy Daisy and make it my turn again. Like, why do you not? Oh my god, that makes no sense to me. That makes 0 sense to me, what he just did. Oh my god, we totally... If I just had a PG in my hand, we would have won this game. Even if he got that heal he just got, I still would have won. Guarantee it, because this guy's been playing so badly. Oh, I just needed 1 PG in my hand, and I would have won it. Okay, alright, we are playing one more game, guys, because that is just dumb. We have one more game. This will be the last game of the challenge. Let's see if we can rightfully get it. I technically already won, given that I won that first game, but I want to see if we can really just get another win with this deck. We would have won that game. All right, we're fighting against Oracle Think Tank. Not a bad matchup. Not necessarily a good matchup, but not a bad one. We don't just outright lose by not having PGs in our hand, right? So this hand's really good. This hand's really good. Give me a... That's fine. This hand's so good. Okay, our best hand today. Here we go. Do not be a VP farmer. Might not be. Probably not. All right, come on, Ichibiyoshi. Be the person I need you to be. Okay, whip. Let's see if they ride again. They ride. Instead of just skip. No, it's a VP farmer. This hand was so good. Okay, guys. We'll do one more game after this. All right, guys, here we are for the final game. It's against Kagero. Okay, different Yuri. Oh, man, that's so funny because I'm Yuri. There's 3 Yuris potentially on screen right now. That's so cool. That's so fun. All right. Oh, could be another BB Farmer. Let's find out if I have to waste more of my time today. This is a great hand. First, like, regular hand we've had all day. Like, all my hands today have been so janky up until that last game in this game. All right, real game, baby. Let's do this. He's probably just like, oh, it's a VP Farmer. It's just like, whatever, man. But he should always give us the benefit of the doubt because you never know. We are a real player, and we are trying to win. And there's a bar. I will say that of the matchups that Kagero has that are really good, D-Police normally isn't one of them. In this exact case, it actually is. So I have to be very conservative here with how I approach this. But my hand is so good. Holy crap, this hand is so good. If I just had a freaking Platinum Ace in this hand, I would be sitting pretty. I'll tell you what. If I top like Platinum Ace this turn, guys, like, we're going off. Remember what I said about being conservative? I lied. We're gonna go off on turn 2. I'm just gonna blow them up. But, you know, if I don't get it, we're just gonna go super conservative. I'm gonna ride the Twin Order, and probably not do anything else and just attack him. Especially, ooh, he's riding Sutherland. All right, our opponent doesn't seem like he's doing much this turn. He's gonna use Conroe. Makes sense. Get himself a Bari. He thinks he needs them. One good thing, ooh, that's an SP Bari. That looks really nice. One cool thing about this version of D-Police is that, like, you don't really care about PGs, really, because you're a restanding deck. So, like, once your opponent's at 5 damage, they kind of just, like, lose. So, that's a really fun thing. The hard part is getting them there, and if you play crits and the PGs come, then it can actually affect you. Speaking of crits, there's that little crit I was just talking about. Dude, I've been, like, calling stuff lately in Vanguard Zero. It's kind of creepy. I called the drawing of the heal trigger earlier, and now I'm just like summoning crits out of nowhere. There's the Platinum Ace, which is frustrating. We would have drawn it if it just took 1 damage, so that's like really frustrating, but it's okay. I'm actually going to be a little weird this turn. I'm going to actually choose to call this and play for a potential stand trigger this turn, just to try and force some damage. Because that's a really cool thing about stand triggers is that they can aggress the opponent just like crits can, but unlike crits, they can't be PG'd against if your opponent's at 4 damage, so that's a really cool thing to note. So there's not there, and you need to get the first damage defensive, so it wouldn't have worked out anyway, but, you know, we can't plan for these kind of things. I will say that I think if I had, I was playing for a little bit of luck there, but, you know, the likelihood of him getting a defensive trigger is the same likelihood of me getting a trigger, so if I'm playing around that, I should kind of maximize my odds of dealing damage, which, if I got a stand trigger there, would have been 3 damage. It's like a cost-benefit analysis type thing of if that play is really worth it. I think it was. Plus, I have a really good response. Like, I have 2 boosters in my hand, so even if he clears my entire board this turn, I'll have something to show for it. Plus, I can automatically trigger a Nigman Reigns effect still, even if he kills my Worker Pod Saturday. So here comes Blazing Flare Dragon. This card could be scary depending on if he plays Kimnara or not. If he's not playing Kimnara, I'm not really afraid of this card. If he's playing Flame Edge Dragon, I could be scared, but I'm not even still, I'm not, because I'm a 10k Vanguard, so he needs to commit more things. I was actually really intrigued why he called this Sutherland booster, just so he can have a stronger attack with his train attack. I don't know why he actually had this thing in play. I really don't think it was necessary to have it behind his Vanguard, because he could just save the booster for a potential Flame Edge Dragon or other unit that he wants to hit late in the game. So I'm not a big fan right now of the way my opponent's playing, and I'm saying this as like a Kagero snob, you know, like I love Kagero so much, and I'm not bagging on him as a person. I'm just mentioning some things about his play that could be more optimal. Also, it could be my opponent's DCing right now, which if he does, I'll count it. But I mean, I'm just like waiting here and just trying to figure out what to say to you guys while we're waiting. Maybe I'll make a cut, maybe I won't. Okay, here we go. That was just weird. Maybe my opponent's in like a place with bad Wi-Fi. Always give your opponent like a little bit of time. Interesting, he calls the bar behind. I guess he's gonna swing at that, so I guess, you know, calling it there is different. But I would have called it behind the chain attack, because that could potentially become 20k if you retire stuff, so it could be a stronger column later in the game. I'm just saying. So there's a heal trigger. Man, my opponents all day have been healing against me. Holy crap. Well, there's a whiffed heal, so I guess the world balances itself. Watch me get a heal now and then make my complaint literally pointless. But so far, no. My complaint is still valid. I will say this, though. I'm very scared being pushed to this much damage this fast. And there goes a Diamond Ace, which would have been nice because of all the damage I'm being pushed to right now. Watch me draw the heal. Okay, good. This hand's really nice, actually, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and ride the Enigma Rain. I'm going to go ahead and call the Miracle Beauty here. I'll call the Cosmo Roar here. I'll call the Grandeur here. I'll activate the skill of Cosmo Roar. Give the power to my Vanguard. I know I could have just used Granger's effect. This allows me to become 20k with my Vanguard, which in this exact scenario won't matter because he does have 2 intercepts. But if my opponent, say, had 1 intercept, it would have mattered because then I could have guaranteed my Enigma Raid hitting. This is an example of like why you might want to play this way. Plus, it allows me to get maximum value out of all my units, including using Granger to actually clear an intercept. Had done it the other way, Granger wouldn't have been able to. So there's no trigger there, but if he doesn't get a trigger defensively, I can restand Miracle Beauty and swing him in the face. He does not, so that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Whether or not I use the Quilt depends on whether or not I feel like I'm going to draw into a PG. Do I want to use Quilt's effect here? Am I afraid of him killing rear guards? Like, he has 3 cards in his hand. Like, Berserk Dragon could be scary, but his cards in Soul are 2. Let's do it. Let's see if we draw the PG. We drew a stand, which honestly probably wouldn't have done anything for us other than be a defensive trigger, which, you know, could have been nice, but it definitely would not have won us the game by any means. If my opponent has the Overlord in his hand this turn, that's a big yikes. However, I did thin the deck down, and we do have all 4 of our heal triggers in our deck. So, very good chance that we're going to see one within these 2 damage checks. So, I'm actually feeling pretty confident here that we're going to survive, but I'm not liking our odds next turn. There's the movement of the bar so we can clear our rear guard. That's a feels bad man for sure. I wonder if he's going to go rear guard first or Vanguard. He is playing crits, so that's scary as well, I guess, to consider. What's with me and just summoning things out of nowhere when Steven, stop opening your mouth. You keep putting your foot in it. Okay, so now we need to hit a heal trigger, but like I said, it's very likely that we hit one. So let's see what we get. And, oh, that's a GG, fam. Okay, so while technically we did, you know, win the challenge by beating that first guy that did try to beat us, I will count this one personally as a loss, even though technically it isn't, because, you know, we just got super unlucky, and that's the way the scoreboard works. You know, I have to be objective with how I rate this. I did, however, play an extra game that I didn't have to play, so that alone maybe justifies that free win we got at the beginning. So if you guys, you know what, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you think that we deserve to have this be a victory? Because I think I built a pretty good deck that definitely, it's won in testing. I've beaten other stuff on ladder in testing. I just didn't do it for the video. So let me know down in the comments below if we should count this as a win or as a loss for the actual challenge so I can keep my undefeated record. If you guys say yes, we'll keep it. If you say no, then we won't. But with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really enjoyed building this deck and testing it. I'm really enjoying this challenge. Next week, you guys, Wednesday will be the commons only version of this challenge, and then that Friday we're going to do a new installment of it where we do all the 3 challenges over again over on Twitch. So definitely be on the lookout for that stuff, guys. It's going to be super hype. Be sure to get liked, get subscribed, and follow me on Twitch for all the awesome action that's happening in the future. But with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you think we should win or if we should lose. And with all that being said, I've been your True Champion Steven. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to work hard, rest easy, and live well. And I will see you all next time. Peace!